G'day folks, I'm Mick Van Sale from Ironman 4x4. What we have here is a proper overlanding vehicle. This is a 200 series Land Cruiser owned by Simon Steadman from Ultimate Adventures, mates of ours and brand ambassadors for Ironman 4x4. A hard-working vehicle. It's in here this week for a bit of TLC, and we need to have a look at a couple of things that need attention from time to time on vehicles that work as hard as what this one does.
My name is Simon Steadman from Ultimate Adventures, and we are a professional 4x4 tour operator. We operate tours into Southern and Eastern African self-drive tours. Guys come with their own 4x4s. So for us, it's important that our 4x4 is reliable and has the best gear for the terrain that we're going to be driving on. So today I'm here at Ironman 4x4 to get some kits put onto the vehicles to make sure that Snorkel over here gets us to where we need to go and back again.
The first thing we're going to do is whip out the current suspension system, which is sort of a mix of some Old Man Emu coil springs and Ironman foam cell shock absorbers, and we're going to fit in a brand new Ironman 4x4 Foam Cell Pro shock absorber suspension kit front to rear.
One of the most important things that we need to get onto our vehicle now is a decent suspension system, because we're traveling anything from mud ruts to corrugations to potholes, so the suspension really takes a hammering on these overland tours. So we're excited to get the new Ironman Foam Cell Pros on there, because I'm sure they're going to stand up to the test.
We're also, while we're underneath the vehicle here, we're going to be fitting some underbody protection plates. We're also going to be fitting some rated recovery points to the vehicle. Moving around to the front of the truck, it has this ARB bull bar on the front of it. Fantastic product, nothing wrong with it. It's just got the wrong badge. So we'll whip this off and we'll be fitting the Ironman 4x4 Commercial Deluxe Bull Bar. Nice thick piping at the top as well, similar to this. We'll also color code it, so Simon likes the white on the front. We'll be doing that. We'll also turf off these little 7-inch HID lights, and we'll be replacing them with large 9-inch LED lights, more light using less power.
One of the big things I really need sorted out in this vehicle is the wiring, because having fridges and that kind of thing in the vehicle, we've been having some problems with the current system, and the last thing we need going wrong in the bush is batteries failing and fridges not working, because we're carrying food and everything for our clients. So guys here are going to sort that out, put in a new charging system so that our fridges keep running.
That's probably the biggest issue we have to deal with this vehicle this week, is the battery system and the battery management system. Unfortunately, a couple of different people have had a go at it, and they've really made a right mess of it. In fact, let me go and show you. This is quite the mess. We have an area here, a custom-built enclosure. This has a top on it which takes the second of the fridges, and hidden underneath here is all the electrics. And as you can see, it's one of the worst installations I've ever seen. There are two batteries here. They're two different types of batteries, so your charging system on the go is never going to be able to manage both batteries to the full potential. So what we're going to do is we're going to fix this mess by removing most of the wiring here. We're going to be using one battery only. We're going to be replacing this charging system with a 40 amp DC to DC Ironman charger, and that'll charge that battery properly and keep it charged so that when you're camping, your two fridges are running all the time. Fuses, they're all over the place. Wiring isn't sheathed, protected. The rear side of the switches where the lugs are pushed on, it's all exposed. It's just a disaster waiting to happen, really. So what you want here is, once this panel is in place and your fridge is here, you want to still be able to get to fuses and switches. So we're going to be moving those all to over here, because there's a little side panel over here which removes with Velcro. So this really is the area where you're able to get into, and this is where you want your fuses, your monitor, all that type of stuff must be close at hand. And like I said, way less wiring and just a lot safer. This is a disaster waiting to happen. So we're going to clean all of this up and we'll show you what it looks like when we're done. So guys, we're just putting the final touches to the Ultimate Adventures Land Cruiser 200 Series midterm overhaul. One of the main things we did was replace the suspension system, which had a couple of miles on it. So we fitted the Ironman 4x4 Foam Cell Pro suspension kit, brand new coils and shocks on each corner. We also fitted an Ironman 4x4 Snorkel. Most important for dust, but this vehicle does do a lot of water crossings. It's a proper touring vehicle, so we've done some additional waterproofing under the bonnet. Remember that if you do water crossings, the Snorkel alone is not the only thing you need to do. Speaking of water crossings, the other thing we've done is we've fitted the vehicle with an Ironman 4x4 Diff Breather Kit. So we have extended the diff breathers on the front and the rear diff with this kit up to right against the firewall on top here, which is a very dry area, which is very important for keeping your diff dry as a diff breather kit. The other thing we fitted is some vehicle protection equipment. We fitted an underbody protection plate kit under the front. We've also fitted some rated recovery points, these red ones at the bottom that you can see, proper rated recovery points. And then the other thing is we've refitted the Ironman 4x4 Commercial Deluxe Bull Bar. This is the deluxe one, the one with the thicker pipes to fit with the chunkier vehicle. Color coded it. It's got some LED fog lights instead of the normal halogen fog lights. We've also fitted some 9-inch 100-watt Ironman spotlights, so you're certainly going to notice those when you're driving off-road. Great for spotting the eyes of wandering game and cattle next to the road when you're traveling cross-country at night. The last thing we attended to was the electrical system in the vehicle. As you saw early on in the video, it was quite a mess, and we've also shown you then how we've been able to neaten that up and sort it out. Essentially, we've moved all the fuses to a more accessible area where they're easy to change and easy to see what's going on. We've also taken a lot of the excess wiring out. Too much wiring just causes voltage drop. There's more to go wrong, so we've neatened all of that up. It's way more efficient than it was, and it's certainly safer than what it was. And that's about it. All that's left to do now is to fit the hook to the front of the winch rope, and then she's ready to collect. And I'm sure that Simon and Desiree will be very chuffed with what we've done, and she'll be good for another couple of 100 miles, being 100,000 miles, being a Toyota and all. So yeah, very happy. Job well done.